Hello and welcome to Teal House Farm. Today we're gonna get a little. Today we're breaking things, and then we're gonna get a little stuff done in the greenhouse.
I don't. Not me. You did it. I did not. I did not.
So what are you building?
We are building a frozen castle, which I'm still trying to get. We've got the living room all done, and then we've got the what is wrong with the bedroom?
Carrots are doing very well in the greenhouse. Very happy with that. And last week I started thinking about thinning out the pot. There's too many in here. They're too close together. Typically with carrots, you just thin them out and kind of chuck the rest in your compost pile. But I got to thinking, surely that you don't have to waste them. Can I transplant them? So I did a little research, and you actually can. Most of the time it's not worth the bother because you're planting rows and rows of carrots. You're going to have so many anyway. It's not worth the time. But in the greenhouse, space is really limited. And I have some pots that actually didn't have anything in them yet or sprouted too sparsely. And I want to move my carrot sprouts from here, where they're really too thick, into the other pots. So a couple days ago, I gave it a test run and transplanted 5 carrots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back there into this large pot. And it actually did pretty well. You see, this one isn't looking so hot right here, but these others look very healthy, and like the transplant went very well. This guy looks really good too. And he's still green, so I'm hoping with some water and sunlight, maybe he'll recover. So we're gonna go ahead and transplant another bunch. The first thing I did was water it, get the ground nice and wet so that they come out without a lot of wear and tear. And now we're just going through, and we want to find some that are just too close together, which is, there's quite a lot in here. See if we can find a good looking healthy one. I'm gonna very gently pick it up as close to the base as I can get it so we get the whole root system. There he is. And let's get a few out, and then we'll do the next step. It's another one that looks pretty good. Then we're going to come over to this large pot here. It still has plenty of space left in it. I had originally tried to plant carrots in this pot when I first made the greenhouse, and what happened was I had way too much compost compared to dirt ratio in here, and it just fried them as soon as they planted. So we fixed that with some potting soil. Now we have a really healthy ratio. I'm going to pull out a few weeds that have managed to grow, because weeds will grow even where plants don't want to. I'm going to keep it really simple here. The soil is really loose anyway because so much of it is potting soil and compost that's real light. So I'm just going to use my finger. Just going to make a little hole. We want to get actually pretty deep because we want to make sure we can get the root in there without bending. So here's our healthy little carrot plant. I'm gonna very carefully put them in there, and we're going to very gently pack the dirt in. There we go, just like that. And hope that he finds a new happy home. Let's do another one here. Gotta make a hole. Plant. Want to get him in there straight as possible. It's hard to do one-handed. So that the carrot will be nice and straight, just like that. Spacing for carrots, if you're planting them outside, you usually want 2 inches. Give them enough room to form a really nice root system and not get tangled in with other carrots. But this pot is a big circle, so just planting in lines doesn't really make sense. So I try to think about an outer circle, an inner circle, and then a middle when I'm planting. Still making sure, try to give a couple inches away from its neighbor so that we can get a nice straight carrot that's got plenty of room to grow. That's it. Pretty simple. I'm thinking about trying a second round in the greenhouse, planting really late in winter, like around Christmas time, because it's doing so well. So if there's anything that you think would be neat to try to grow in a greenhouse, I would love to hear it. There's a chicken. I'd love to hear it. I'm looking for ideas. Thinking maybe some cabbage. I don't really know. Just remember, flowering plants have to be pollinated, which I guess I could do it by hand, but it's kind of tough in the winter without bees. So, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Most of the time it's not worth the bother. Most of the time it's not worth the bother. Most of the time it's not worth the bother because